What's happening, YouTube? It's your man, your brother, more motivation. 5 things I wish I knew 5 years ago to be in a better place. Stay tuned. So this video we're gonna talk about some things I wish I had known 5 years ago, and a lot of you might be in a place in life where you wish you found out the truth earlier on in your life, whatever age you might be right now. So me being 26 right now, at 21, I wish I knew these 5 things. I have some notes here. So the first thing on my list I wish I knew is it's never really yours, it's only your turn. When it comes to any part of life, you're always going to have opportunities, you're going to have progress, rewards, and things like that during the process. But the thing is, your position is never secure. Your chances of that happening again gets lower and lower and lower if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Whether if it's a job, whether if it's in a relationship, whatever facet of life you're in, it's never really yours, it's only your turn. So what I take from that is really seizing each opportunity, taking advantage of every opportunity that you get, because you don't know when it may cease. So whether if you're a coach, a teacher, a student, in a relationship, a father, bring in your best each time and each opportunity, because you don't know when that might go. Know what I'm saying? Because you can always be replaced, no matter who you are, because there's always someone better, always someone working harder, and always somebody doing more to get the same thing that you have. So you always have to keep that in mind and keep working hard. So that's number one. I got more of my notes here. So number 2 on this list is you always want to trust actions. How many times have you seen somebody saying something, saying, oh yeah, sure, yes, totally, but not following through with their actions? Plenty of times, right? And words are things that really deceive people. Words are pretty. It's pretty to have a mouthpiece, a good talking game, but when it comes time to take the action, things go away otherwise. So you always got to believe actions first, because actions really show you what the true intentions are of a person. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they say, you really have to judge someone's character and what they're really about by their actions, but consistent action, right? Because a lot of people are good with their words, but the actions don't match it. Whether if you're a teacher, a student, whatever you are, and whatever facet of life, you always want to pay attention to actions first and words second. You know what I mean? Because anybody can wear a mask and say whatever, but you always gotta believe what they do on a consistent basis, and that's gonna give you true evidence to what their character, their intentions, and their mindset and attitude really is all about. So trust actions first. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3, a goal without a plan is a failed plan. If you're gonna make a plan to drive to a location and you do not know where it is, you do not know if it's east, west, north, south, that's a problem, because you don't have some sort of direction, but also you don't have a goal, right? A goal is like having a certain location, a certain number, and name put into a GPS. That's a goal. That's visual that you put in there, and then you can have direction to get there. The same thing happens with you. You have to set goals. I like to call it SMART goals, right? They have to be specific. They have to be somewhat measurable or manageable. Jesus. They have to be relative to you, and they have to be timely. So you have to have all those factors when it comes to goals. And a plan without that is a fail, right? When it comes to the gym, when it comes to financial goals, relationship goals, habit goals, skill building goals. You always want to have a timeline. It has to be relative to your situation and you. It has to be somewhat attainable, measurable, or manageable, and it has to be specific. You need all those parts to making a goal in any plan that you have. So that's the number 3 thing I learned. Goals without a plan is a failed plan. Number 4, habit snowball. Habit snowball. Just like I talked about with the SMART goals and having goals so that you can have a plan in order to get to the goal. Well, the plan is going to consist of habits you're going to build, right? So the thing about habits is it takes about 21 days to get used to anything and to get somewhat honed in into what habit you're trying to do. But the thing is, it has a positive and negative effect depending on if the habits are negative or positive. So you notice when you're on point for one part of life, you tend to be on point for other things as well. Well, this is the same thing when it comes to bad habits. So never underestimate this, but your habits in one area is going to snowball to other areas. So practice having good habits so that it transfers over to other areas of life. Well, that's number 4, and that's something I wish I knew 5 years ago. And 5th and finally, small things count more. How often do you see big things happening? Not very often, right? How often do you see big changes, dramatic differences, and dramatic just surprises? Not as often. Of course, COVID happened, but that's like once in a generation type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we tend to look past the small things. And this can correlate to the habits you're going to build, the goals you're going to set, and the other things I talked about. But you want to pay attention to the small things because small things happen more often, which means they add up much quicker, and which also means the consequences or benefits could really be that much more significant. So you always want to pay attention to the small things because they do add up quicker without you even noticing. So always pay attention to the small things because they do matter and they do add up very quickly. Those are the 5 things I wish I knew 5 years ago. So let's review. So number 1, it's never yours, it's only your turn. Number 2, trust actions. Number 3, a goal without a plan is a failed plan. Okay? Or a plan without a goal is a failed plan. Habits snowball, that's number 4. And 5th and finally, small things matter more. Pay attention to the small things. Well, that's it for my video. Thank you for watching this. There's more motivation here. Make sure to check out more of my content. Stay tuned for more videos. Turn on post notifications. Like the video. Share it. And that's about it. So thanks again. I'll see everybody another day. Like always, get better every day. Optimize yourself.